The new ASUS ProArt PZ13 is the latest range from the tech brand to jump into the Qualcomm Snapdragon bandwagon. If there was ever a device where this made sense, it would be these portable hybrid notebooks. That's because these portable tablet notebooks cater to users who want decent performance and an all-day battery life, as they usually use this device throughout the whole day. Essentially, this ProArt is like having an iPad Pro around that runs Windows, because the move to the Snapdragon silicone provides similar battery life and performance. Of course, this device does fall into the iPad Pro's price range too, because it starts at 33,000 Rand, making it one of the more expensive productivity notebooks on the market. It's definitely not targeted towards students at that price. The model in this review is the ASUS ProArt PZ13 HT5306. It comes packed with some great specs. It has a 13-inch OLED screen with a resolution of 2880 by 1800 and a refresh rate of 60 Hz. This OLED promises 500 nits of peak brightness and 100% DCI-P3 color gamut. It is touchscreen, and of course it also supports the ASUS stylus. Inside, the device comes with 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and a 1TB SSD. The unit then comes with the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Plus X1P CPU. This includes the Qualcomm Adreno GPU and the Qualcomm Hexagon NPU. The unit includes a 70 Wh/hour battery charged by an included 65 Watt USB-C charger. There are two cameras on the tablet, a 5-megapixel front-facing camera with 1440p video recording and a back-facing 30-megapixel 4K camera. It also includes its own speakers, Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.4. ASUS has also certified this device with IP56, meaning it is splash and dust proof. This is great for those who need a bit more protection when traveling to crazy locations for photography. I can also see this rating coming in handy for builders and on-site engineers who need a tablet hybrid that offers some protection from the harmful surroundings. Speaking of portability, the unit itself weighs 800 grams. When you attach the cover and keyboard, it weighs 1.5 kilograms. The tablet itself is only 9mm thick, and when you attach the back cover and keyboard, it gets thicker at 1.7 centimeters. When it comes to the design of the ASUS ProArt PZ13, you're getting a hybrid device. The unit comes in three parts. There's a detachable keyboard that connects to the unit magnetically. Then there's the back cover that protects the back while also acting as the kickstand to keep it upright. Of course, there's also the main unit. Keep in mind that the cover protects only the front and back of the tablet, so you'll need to get a pouch to protect the sides. The cover is made from a thick pleather-like material that gives it a decent grip. This fabric is found across the back and front as well as the keyboard itself. Speaking of the keyboard, it is a nice half-size keyboard that feels great to type on. I usually hate these tablet keyboards. They often don't provide tactile feedback and feel quite cramped, but this layout was okay. Would I enjoy using it myself? Not really, because I have large hands and long fingers, but it's definitely one of the better tablet keyboards I've tested. The keyboard sounds good to type on, and the white backlights are bright enough to keep the keys lit up in the dark. The trackpad is also quite large and feels good to use. It is smooth, meaning your fingers will easily travel across it. The large size also helps with gestures. All the ports on the ASUS ProArt PZ13 are then found in one spot. They are hidden away under the removable flap on the left-hand side. This flap helps with the IP rating, so you'll want to keep it closed as much as possible to prevent dust from going in. There are two USB-C ports and an SD card reader here. One of the USB-C ports are kind of a pain to use because the stylus holder nearby. You can access these ports with the stylus attached, but you'll just need to push the holder back while accessing the ports. Keep in mind that the additional USB-C port is found outside of this flap compartment. You'll use that one to charge the device. The display on the unit is great. It is as perfect as OLED can get. The brightness measured 351 nits and it looks good across all content. Be it photo editing or just watching videos, the panel performs very well. The display is complemented by the tablet speakers, which perform quite well too. It makes watching content quite enjoyable. Chips aren't performance hogs like the latest Intel Core Ultra lineup on the desktop, but they are meant to provide all-day battery life while delivering the performance that you need. Given this tablet design, I suspect that people will use it to watch more videos thanks to the ability to prop it up next to them. I could personally see myself using it in the kitchen while cooking, or even up on the couch next to me while I'm gaming. Overall, I thought the device does look great. It was on the heavier side compared to other tablets, but the performance and Windows-based systems make up for it. The display is gorgeous and everything I did on it was a joy. When I used the tablet in notebook mode, I kind of got used to the smaller keyboard and the position of the screen. Sure, the whole experience here might have some getting used to, but once I mastered it, it was quite easy to set up. From a performance perspective, I was actually quite impressed with how this tablet hybrid performed. But before I share how great it was, I need to make things quite clear. This is an ARM device, so not everything is going to work as well as you expect. ARM is relatively new, so some apps might not work out, and some programs might not work as expected. Things are getting better, but don't be surprised if you encounter some bugs. The same goes for drivers and accessories. Some design-orientated accessories might not install properly here, and your favorite scanner or Wacom might give you hassles. Again, it is improving day by day. With that being said, the overall performance here was fast and snappy, the tablet lasted all day and more, and working around Windows was a dream. This is a designer's notebook, so it is important to praise the display, and it lives up to its name. Combined with the ASUS stylus, designer tools were easy to use. The screen detects pressure and harder presses of the pen, and it feels fluid to write. I'm no artist, but sketching and the whole digital drawing experience was pretty impressive. I also ran some benchmarks for those who want scores. I ran tests across all current and valid performance tools. I also ran a gaming benchmark just for fun. You can see from the scores that the PZ13 holds up quite well. For a notebook, sure, these scores aren't amazing, but for a tablet hybrid, it is quite great. To make this device even more appealing, it has an impressive battery. It reminded me of my iPad Pro. That tablet sits around all day and I feel like it always has battery life. When it dies, I charge it up and it lasts what feels like forever. This tablet was pretty much the same. You can use it for a few hours, close it up, pick it up 2 days later and continue what you're doing. If you are a heavy user, you'll get a good full day workout of it, but casual work can see you go into a full week with only a few hours of use per day here and there. The thermals on the device were okay. It does get warm under a heavy load, but it holds up. I seldom heard the fan, and when I did, it was deathly quiet, maybe around 20 decibels at the most. Crazy to think this performance is slapped into a tablet that barely needs a fan. You will feel the heat on this unit when charging and using it at the same time. The display, metal body and large battery do cause some heat, especially when charging the device. Overall, I think the ASUS PZ13 is an excellent tablet hybrid. Windows 11 felt polished for the touchscreen and tablet design. The display performs very well across all content and it makes for a rather incredible creator device. I did find the case and cover a bit cumbersome to use. It is really thick and heavy and bulky. It does require a bit of elbow grease to set up and get going. Apart from that, this is a great product that should be on your wish list if you're in the market for a new notebook hybrid. So those are my thoughts on this ASUS ProArt PZ13. Are you looking to pick the device up? Let me know in the comments down below. Huge thanks to ASUS for sending this my way to test out, and while you're here, please do consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. Be sure to visit glitch.online for more gaming tech news and reviews, and until next time, farewell.